Welcome, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 quick and easy tips that you can start using in your Asana Workspace to help save you time during the week and just simply make your Asana Workspace more organized and really just for you to optimize the platform to really work for you and your business, essentially. So the first tip that I want to share with you is probably one of my favorite tips in this video here. And I love it so much because it offers me the option to color code my tasks a little bit more. So if you are a super big visual person that loves color coding and organization, this is for you. So using tags in Asana, I find that most entrepreneurs don't really know how to utilize them. And to be quite honest, you don't always need to be using tags in Asana. Obviously, overdoing them is kind of going to make a disorganized, chaotic mess, essentially. So for every task, you don't always necessarily need to be using tags. But what I do find tags super helpful for, if you do use Asana as your content creation process, content calendar process, and also for bigger tasks, bigger projects, using tags to be able to visually see the status of something is something I have found super helpful. So as an example, I use Asana for my content creation. So when I put a task in there to create a piece of content, I then use the tags so I can visually see by the color coding what the status of that piece of content is. So if I am trying to create one of my cornerstone blog post pieces, that of course is going to take a little while, I use the tags so I can visually see what left needs to be done. Do graphics or photos still need to be created? Does it need to be scheduled? Even if it is like an Instagram post, I can then set if hashtags still need to be added or sourced, what have you. If you have team members, maybe scheduling your content for you, you can use the tags to show them easily that the piece of content is approved and ready to be scheduled. So I hope that kind of makes sense. But just keep in mind, not every task, not every project is going to use tags, but for things that do have a bit of a process or are a bit bigger and are going to take a few days, utilizing tags to show the status of it is going to be super helpful in order just to have all of the members of your team really on the same page and knowing where a piece of content or a task really is in terms of being completed. All right, so tip number 2 is one that I find most business owners don't really know is possible in Asana, and that is Asana actually is able to give you an email every single morning of the daily tasks that are on your to-do list. As well, it includes if you have assigned anybody else on your team certain tasks. It gives you an update on what is due on those tasks, if they're completed and everything. So it kind of just gives you a daily rundown straight to your inbox. So when you wake up in the morning and you check your emails, you're able to see a basic rundown of what is on the docket for that day for you. And I have found this as a service provider that is in multiple different Asana workspaces. This I have come to find be super duper helpful to make sure I don't miss anything. So I always get that daily to-do list in every Asana workspace that I am in every single morning. So before I start my day, I am able to look through my emails and see what is on my to-do list and what and who I need to follow up with. So there's no real, at least for me as a service provider, I don't need to go into each Asana workspace that I am a team member in to see what I have due. It is all delivered to my inbox at one time. So in the morning, I look at that and I am ready to go. I can then go contact clients if I need to follow up on something, get something that I need to actually complete the task, what have you, but it's all in my inbox. There is no me going through different workspaces to see what is due for me. All right, so my last two tips are very, very similar, but have different benefits. So the last two are Asana integrations that you can install. So the first one I'll go through is, I guess, the Gmail integration. So in your Gmail account, you can install a Asana add-on, it's called. And this Asana add-on integration, whatever you want to call it, essentially allows you to create a task in your Asana workspace from an email. So if there is an email that you get in your inbox that you actually need to take, you or a team member even, need to take an actionable step from, and say if you get an email for a failed payment, you can create, with this Asana add-on in Gmail, you can actually create a task with that email attached and assign it to yourself or a team member in your Asana workspace, add some details or direction, change the title if you want, and that email will be attached so you or your team member can reference it. So if that is the case, that you got an email that a payment plan has declined for a client of yours, with this, it makes it super easy. This Asana add-on integration makes it super easy. You click the little Asana tab on the side, it attaches the email, and you fill out who you want to assign it to, a due date, if there's any description, the title, and you hit create, and it simply creates a task, actionable task for you in Asana to actually go and, complete this task, follow up on this email, what have you. So this last tip, like I said, it is also an integration. So it works very similar to the Gmail add-on integration. However, it is just a Chrome extension, an Asana Chrome extension that hangs out at the very top of your browser, and you can create a task from it at any point in time. So you drop down or you click on your extension, fill out the details of the task, who you want it assigned to, due dates, all of that, and you click create task, and it puts that task into Asana. So the reason why I mentioned these two integrations is because having the add-on or integration in your Gmail is great for emails. When you need to create an actionable or do an actionable step from your emails, it attaches all that information from your emails into the task. But sometimes you might be browsing through whatever, maybe your blog, you go on your website for the first time in a while, you're going through your Zapier connections and you see something that needs to be fixed. Or if you are going through your blog and you think, oh, I should, review my keywords and, make sure they're still working, but it's not a super important thing or you don't have time to do it right then, you can then go to that Asana integration extension up at the top of your browser, and you're able to create a task for yourself to do that later. So I think the mix of these two Asana integrations will really, really help you just save time essentially, and make sure that any actionable steps that need to happen in your business are inputted into Asana so you do remember to do. So there you have it. Those are my 4 quick and easy steps for you to start using in your Asana workspace to really optimize the platform to make sure you are saving yourself as much time as you possibly can with this platform.